Goal setting is the secret sauce to living with purpose. Whether you want to improve your finances, your relationships, your health, or if you just want more control of your life, goal setting is the roadmap that can take you from overwhelmed to on point. I hope you're having a great day. This is Brian, and by the end of this video, you're going to understand not only what goal setting is, but why it matters. And I'll share some easy ways to get started. Let's dive in. All right, let's start with a simple definition of goal setting. It is the process of deciding what you want, making a plan to achieve it, and tracking your progress along the way. Without goals, it's kind of like having a GPS, but without a destination in mind. You stay busy, but you'll find yourself wandering around aimlessly and not having a real destination. But when you set your goals, you're telling yourself where you're headed, how to get there, and when you're going to arrive. It sounds easy, but the truth is, life is busy. Between work, family, and endless distractions, it's easy to get stuck in the cycle of trying to figure it all out. And really, that's the problem. Without clear goals, we often drift. We react to what's urgent in our lives instead of what's important. And it feels like we're just treading water. If this sounds familiar, don't blame yourself. We've all been there. But trust me, there is a way out, and goal setting is that way. Okay, let's talk about why so many people avoid or struggle with setting goals in the first place. Here are my top 3 reasons. Number 1, we get overwhelmed. Have you ever tried to set goals only to get overwhelmed with how much there is to do? Maybe you want to lose that weight, start that side hustle, or improve your relationship. It feels like there's a million things competing for your attention, and it's just easier to avoid setting goals altogether. If you're telling yourself, where do I even start? You may be overwhelmed. Number 2, fear of failure. Some of us are scared to set goals because we think, what if I don't succeed? Believe me, I understand. This is one of my biggest struggles, and it's taken me time to manage this self-destructive attitude. Failure feels personal, so it's tempting to play it safe and not set goals at all. Here's what I realized. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's simply part of the process. I have a quote on my home screen of my phone from Robert Kennedy that's got me through some difficult times. It says, if you failed, it means you're doing something. And if you're doing something, you have a chance. If you're repeatedly questioning yourself, fear of failure might be holding you back. Number 3, lack of motivation. Let's say you want to lose 20 pounds. So you've set your goal, go hard for the first week, hit the gym, eat salads every day, and you feel great. But by week 3, life happens. Work gets busy, and the motivation starts to fade. Before you know it, you're back to your old habits and feeling discouraged. Even with good intentions, people can lose steam when motivation fizzles. This is where a lot of people get stuck because they think they need to feel motivated every day to take action. And this is also the moment when guilt starts to creep in, making us feel even worse. All 3 of these strategies point to a lack of structure. Goals without structure, they're really just wishes. And that's where most people get stuck because they have big ideas, but no clear path to get from idea to accomplishment. So here's the good news. There are tools you can use and techniques you can perform when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you feel fearful, and when you lose that motivation. Here are my top 4 for each situation. Okay, when you're feeling overwhelmed, break it down. Big goals can seem daunting, so break them down into smaller, manageable steps. Focus on daily or weekly milestones instead of that final outcome. Number 2, set priorities. Prioritize tasks by what needs to be done first and build momentum. The feeling of accomplishment from smaller wins, they're going to help move you forward. Number 3, use tools. Consider productivity tools like Trello, Notion, or my personal favorite, Todoist, to map out each of those tasks. Even a simple checklist helps keep things in perspective and reduces that feeling of being overwhelmed. And number 4, limit your goals. Stick to just 1 to 3 major goals at a time. This is going to prevent you from that scatter effect and keep your energy focused. What can you do when you feel the fear of failure creeping in? Number 1, shift your mindset. See failure as feedback rather than a stop sign. Each setback can show you where to adjust and to improve. Reflect on what you can learn instead of focusing on what went wrong. Number 2, set process goals. Instead of focusing solely on that end goal, set process goals that emphasize effort and learning. For instance, if your goal is to get fit, focus on attending the gym 3 times a week rather than obsessing over that final body weight. Number 3, visualize success and failure. Visualize both succeeding and overcoming obstacles in failure scenarios. This preps you mentally to face challenges with resilience. And number 4, start small. Gradually build confidence by starting with smaller, low-stake goals. Success on a small scale can boost your courage to tackle larger goals. And finally, here are 4 strategies you can use when you feel you're losing your motivation. Number 1, identify your why. Dig deeper into why you want to achieve your goal. The more personal and meaningful the why, the stronger your motivation is going to be. This makes it easier to stick with it when things get tough. Number 2, create a routine. Turn your goal into a habit by including it in your daily routine. Even small actions done consistently lead to significant progress over time. Number 3, seek accountability. Share your goal with a friend or join a group with similar goals. Having someone check in on your progress can give you that extra push. And number 4, reward that progress. Celebrate small milestones along the way. Recognizing those achievements, no matter how small, reinforces motivation and it'll give you a real sense of accomplishment. I've got one last solution for you that has really been an aha moment for me. But before I reveal it, I hope you have found a ton of value in this video so far. If so, click the subscribe button and turn on those notifications to get more gold nuggets. Okay, my most powerful insight to goal setting. Drum roll, please. Discipline. Discipline beats motivation over time, every time. Why? Because motivation will come and go. You're going to wake up some days feeling like a rock star, and other days you're going to want to just stay in bed. That's just life. The real key to achieving your goals isn't relying on motivation, it's about building discipline. Discipline is the habit of showing up, even on days you don't feel like it. And when you make progress, even tiny steps, you build momentum. That momentum, in turn, creates confidence. And that confidence, it is a game changer. Think of discipline and making progress on your goals as a chain. Each day you move forward, even a little bit, you add a link to that chain. Discipline will help you build that chain. In other words, when you make progress a habit, the results, they're going to follow. All right, here's where it's time to take action. Just don't watch this video and move on. Take a few minutes right now to think about one goal that you've been putting off. Write it down in the comments and let me know how you're going to get started. I would absolutely love to hear your plans. And if you know someone in your life who needs to hear this message, please share this video and pay it forward. I believe in you and I can't wait to hear your goal. And if you found value in today's video, don't forget to subscribe to Gold Nuggets and hit that notification bell so you'll never miss a new tip to help you achieve your goals. And if you want to take that next step in your journey and want a step-by-step blueprint on how to set up your goal, be sure to check out this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.